Yo guys, what's up? So a little bit of sharing, okay? Yeah, with gold, it was fantastic last week, and I really want to share what exactly happened, what I did, and I will. By the time you guys are viewing this video, I would have shared all of my entries already from last week, so you guys can go ahead and see my entries and be like, oh, okay, that's how he entered it. You know what I mean? Based on an SMC standpoint, obviously. So when I'm looking at this, what exactly it was. So I always have, I always stress this with you guys, observe price from both a buyer's perspective and a seller's perspective. There is no way in the world that you can say these highs are 100% going to be taken, and Avi, you're so stupid for taking a sell here because we have equal highs above. Okay, let me ask you a question. I took a sell from up here. Am I also stupid for taking a sell up here because we have low resistance liquidity, because we have equal highs here? In fact, this is the best definition of low resistance liquidity. We have relative equal highs here. This is the best definition of relatively equal highs. Am I stupid for, taking a sell right here, right, for over God knows how many pips? Yeah, for over, what's that, 1600 pips, right? Because there's equal highs above? No, I'm not, because liquidity does not matter when structure is not present, okay? And when structure shifts to become bearish, right? Just a quick tip for you guys. When structure, like over here, shifts to become daily bearish, right? And you're still taking buys thinking that price is going to go up to that liquidity above, and then you get stopped out, you deserve to get stopped out. And if, for example, there's this liquidity above but structure turns bearish, and then you took a sell but you still get stopped out, that's just bad luck. You were just on the wrong side of probability on that trade. Okay, because look at all of this. We have ourselves, on this broker, it shows equal highs. But if you guys go ahead on your trading view broker, you will see that these are relatively equal highs. How come over here we still sold? We still sold, right? From this little imbalance over here, etc. Right? Because liquidity does not matter when structure is not present, as I keep on mentioning this. So structure is it. Without structure, you're not going to get to that liquidity. Simple as. So when we come back to this, right, I always tell you guys, have yourself a context, build yourself a narrative for a sell, build yourself a narrative for a buy. Okay, so for the sell, we see that we have ourselves a daily zone. Now with a daily zone, we need ourselves H4 confirmations, quote unquote H4 confirmations, okay? Because confirmation is not really a confirmation, but more of like a confluence, okay? So we have this daily zone and we already have our H4. Now a lot of people would think, oh, price is 100%, okay, right here. Price is gonna 100% hold. Price is gonna hold from this QM and just dip because, again, oh, liquidity, right? And that's what I thought as well, not just because of the liquidity, but because of the structure, okay? Because H4 strong high, H4 weak low. But do you guys remember when I sent my message to AKFX saying that, guys, do be a little bit cautious of this high because this is a daily failure to create lower low, meaning this is a daily weak high? Do you guys remember when I sent you guys that? We were around, I believe, here. We were around Friday or Thursday. Correct me if I'm wrong. Thursday or Friday. Price was right there. And I said that, yes, I'm 100% going to look for sells over here, but do be aware that we have a daily weak high, meaning for buyers, when I bought over here as well. Again, if you guys don't believe me, we have proof in the pudding. All the screenshots are above. Go ahead and check my entries. You'll see I bought right here, I believe, and then right here. Okay, and I got stopped out at break even for a buy over here. That's just unfortunate, but you get the point. Okay. Oh wait, no, I did actually enter back. Again, all the screenshots will be above. My bad. I keep forgetting. But yeah, so I said that we had ourselves a daily weak high. Now what that means is that sure, you're gonna get yourself a reaction, just like how I got a reaction over here. Boom, price came inside, and as I said, this area sold. But why didn't it hold? Because we didn't have the higher time frame with us. Okay, and why did our buys hold? Because guess what? We broke structure to the upside here. The structure, boom, to the upside. You see, so this becomes a strong low and a weak high, and then the buy is coming in from here. As you can see, we took that liquidity, right? But the buy is coming in from here. That's our reason to hold and then take profits up here. There's no way in heaven that we can say, oh, 100% price going to take these equal highs. Because if, and over here, yeah, sure. Right now, structure is pointing towards the equal highs. Sure, I get that. But let's say over here, daily did like a bearish breakout or H4 did a bearish breakout. Guess what? I'm going to look for sells. There's no reason you shouldn't be looking for sells. Simple as that. Okay. So that's what I wanted to say. Have yourself a setup for each bias, if you will, right? And with that setup, let's say, for example, you're selling, your main direction is to sell. At least if you understood that buyers should make sense to enter over here, at least you know that you should probably be taking some profits over here. You see what I mean? Or at least you know that, hey, if we have a structure shift over here, which I'll show you guys in a second, then we can look for buys as a hedge, you see? But if you're just sell it all the way down here, right? Which is something I never ever say to do, or I never ever suggest to do, and I have never done, besides obviously in the past before I realized it was a mistake. You will know that, oh, okay, even if I take sells from here, there's no way I can 100% say price is going to crash, right? Price could come over here, and this is like a roadblock. As I told you, if price wants to move, price needs to break its roadblocks. Okay, so let's go with this. We have ourselves our daily. Now we need to go into our H4, and we have our H4, right? Liquidity taken, structure broken, inducement. Okay, so again, I'm just speaking from a smart money standpoint, okay, because that's what you guys know. So when price comes back, obviously, where are we going to look to sell? We're obviously going to look to sell in here. Okay, and our strong high is always going to be our strong high. How can we enter? We can enter right away over here. For example, I don't know, Quasimodo level, right over here, left shoulder, Quasimodo level. Supply and demand traders will be feeding over that. That's great. That's cool. Good for you. Okay, how else could you enter? You could wait for a lower time frame, bearish QM, which is what I and a couple other people did, right? And again, I called this out live and it worked. And I'll tell you guys why. If you guys are thinking, oh man, Avi, it didn't work because it didn't last. Nobody said it's going to last, because as I mentioned, as I updated, that's why I really wanted to post the update video, but I couldn't. So I typed it out. Okay, I really want to post an update video, but I couldn't. So I typed it out that this was a daily weak high and this could potentially not hold for that very reason, because it's a daily weak high. Okay, so when price came inside over here, two things you could have done, right? Three things. One is a high risk entry, straight away just selling, right? Second thing you could have done would be to have waited for a lower time frame QM. Third thing you could have done would be to have waited for an entire day's worth of price action and then come back the following day. In this case, it would have been Friday. So you would have waited for the entire Friday to finish, and then the following week, which is tomorrow, Monday, you will wait for an entry over here. And with that information of waiting for an entire day, which is the best confirmation is for you to wait for an entire day at your higher time frame POI. You would know either does this strong high on the H4 get taken, which it did, right? Which if you guys followed that confirmation rule that I told you guys, you would not have taken a single loss, right? Or does it get respected? And then the following Monday, we're going to play off of that. Most likely we're going to play off of that. Okay, which in this case, as you can see, because we waited for an entire day, we took no loss and you would have completely blasted through. But I do want to be very, very transparent with you guys in a second. Give me a second. So if we would have taken this sell over here, which I did take, right? I didn't take it for these reasons, of course, but from an SMC standpoint, what could you have done? Well, we have ourselves a H4 strong high, all right, H4 weak low, and we have that is basically confirming our daily. Okay, so when we take a sell from here, right, you can't just say price is 100% going to go daily to daily, because we will have to have obstacles on the H4 and on the H1. Okay, this basic like supply and demand, basic supply and demand rules. Okay, so when we sold from this H4, what you could have done, well, a lot of people took it from not a lot of people, but a couple people took it from the M1. A couple people were really, really confused. All right, so what happened on the M1 was incredibly simple. We had ourselves our stop hunt. Is this a stop hunt? Yeah, it is. My bad. This is a stop hunt too, but if that was not a stop hunt on your broker, this definitely was. Okay, and then after that, we broke the structure. Higher low, and let's say this wasn't a stop hunt, that's fine, because we took this liquidity, broke. You see what I mean? Okay, so we took that liquidity, we broke this structure right here, and then of course we just needed to identify a failure to create a lower low. We needed to identify some kind of liquidity, etc. So in this case, again, come back to your entry procedures. You can enter on a lower time frame like this. You can enter on a lower time frame like this. You can enter on a lower time frame like this. Okay, failure to create a lower low, accurate, inducement. Okay, so that being said, we can see how we had ourselves when price was coming up. We took this liquidity here. Sorry, let me just label this one more time for you guys real quick. All right, so we have this lick, we have this break, we have this lick, and so you can enter above here with your stops above. Very, very simple, and that's how a couple people actually entered on a chat. Yeah, maybe I'll show you guys later. I don't know, I'll see. But yeah, so this is exactly how you could have entered this trade, with your stop loss above here, and your entry right above the lick, and then boom, she goes down. Now, where exactly do you target? Very, very simple. Your target should be either the liquidity down here, right? That's like, like your final target, okay? Or your target should be the nearest QM, okay? And when you observe, of course, the nearest QM, so we sold from up here, right? Where's our take profit? Is our take profit, are we going to be scared about it and be like, oh, there's an FVG bullshit over here? No, that doesn't matter. No one cares about that stuff. Where is our next entry going to be? at the relevant liquidity, or in terms of structure perspective, we have this structure failing to make it back. So it's fine. Keep it really simple, right? From what you guys have learned, we have, this is our liquidity on the opposing side. So a lot of questions have come to me. You guys are like, what happens if we have two QMs side by side? Well, you need to understand where your safe targets are going to be. We have, this is our bullish QM. Don't you guys agree? Break, lick. Okay, so where exactly is our target going to be for at least for our intraday? If our final target could be here, liquidity, right? But for intraday, where's our target going to be? Here. Okay, this low right here, that's going to be our target, because we have a bullish QM here, meaning anything below this low you can buy. You can buy and you can target this. Okay, simple as that. In fact, not just target this, because this is a failure to create a lower low. You could be targeting the daily week high that we spoke about earlier. That is, again, do you see how we're building a purpose and a reasoning for both our sells and our buy reasons? All right, to keep things incredibly simple, what are our sell reasons? Let me tell you guys our sell reasons. Okay, we're gonna go over this one by one. Look at our sell reasons. Okay, we have a H4 QM from sell zone, okay, and then M1 bearish QM, okay. Safe target gonna be the or to be really simple with you guys, really simple with you guys, closest bullish QM. Okay, now let's take a look at our this are reasons, right? Do you guys understand these sell reasons? Because we have this H4 coming from the daily to the left. All right, this is the H4/H1 coming from the daily to the left. These are inducements. Price comes in here, we looked for that. Look here, the M1. Do you agree? So those are our reasons for the sell. Done. All right, and we understand our safe target is going to be around right here. Okay, so when it comes to our bullish reasons, all right, let's take a look at those. We have ourselves a H1 QM buy from daily buy zone. We have that's that. What else do we have? We have a daily week high target for buys. Okay, and our safe target obviously would just be this H1 week high. That is literally it. And why is this a weak high? Because we failed to create a lower low. Okay, this is our safe target, and our good target, our nice big target, is going to be this here, which is a daily failure to create a lower low. So do you guys see how we have our sell reasons, we have our buy reasons? Now, based off of our sell reasons and our buy reasons, if when we sell here, this is what our brain is saying. Look to the right hand side, sell reasons. Okay, read that right now as I'm reading it. This is what our brain is telling us. We sell here, we take our profits here. Look, closest bullish QM. We take our profits here. Okay, because why? We understand what the buyers are saying. Okay, I don't care whether the markets are moved by an algorithm. You're not the algorithm, and you will not know how to move like the algorithm. All you can do is mimic as closest as possible to its movements. All you can do, in fact, you can't even do that. You just follow along the flow. That's it. All right. So you understand that it makes sense for buyers to come up from here. Okay, so look, H1 QM buy, because why? And you take your profits here. You understand that when you're selling here, price doesn't have to melt all the way, boom, down, right? Its first obstacle, if it wants to melt, it needs to break these guys. It needs to break them all. Okay, like Pokemon, catch them all, just break them all. Okay, and so yeah, you understand your buy reasons and you understand your sell reasons. Okay, so once we have that, all right, we have two things that we could do. First thing is we sell, take some profits over here, leave a small amount to run. Second thing we could do, sell, take some profits over here, counter buy, because this is a H1 strong low, and yeah, because you took some profits from your sell already, so you know what I mean, you got that. You can either take a look for some sells above over here. If you get stopped out, you take your profits, right? Because this is where your profit taking is. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it, and your sells are gonna come from around here, right? And I mean, your buys are going to come from the bottom. And again, I did take this buy. You guys can go ahead and see. I didn't look for anything on a lower time frame, guys. I didn't look for anything at all on a lower time frame. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there was nothing. There was no inducement or anything like that. We took this liquidity. We broke the structure. Here, I guess, failure to create a higher high, weak low. If price comes back, if you took a buy from here with your stop loss that skinny, you can't blame that on your loss, because you have to understand where your strong low is. Any confirmations in here, right? For example, at the top when we sold, right? A lot of people sold there as well for my call. If you sold here, right, based off of this is your strong high, your weak low, and you sold and price came up and took this liquidity, you can't blame it, because where's your stop loss? Like your safe stop loss meant to be up here. The only reason you're looking for a lower time frame is because you either want to increase your RR, you want to have a little bit of an extra confirmation or extra confluence, etc. But under no circumstances are you in any liberty to complain about getting stopped out over here when your stop loss should be up here. Same thing over here. Okay, so yeah, pretty much that's that. So where did this bullish QM come from? Again, on the daily, right? If you guys go back to one, I will tag it and I'll mention it. Of course, I like mentioning things because I'm super proud of myself. But when you look at this, I told you guys that our sell zone was going to be here. And what did I tell you guys about our buy zone? Right here. My buy zone acts as a what? A roadblock to my sells. Do you guys see how that flows? Meaning if price comes in here, gives me buy reasonings, I'm going to buy. But if price comes in here and breaks, guess what? I'm going to hold my sell. And if price gives me buy reasonings in here, I'm going to close a lot of my sells. You see how my trading is, not my trading, but the way I'm telling you guys about SMC is incredibly systematic and incredibly logical. It just takes time and effort on you guys' side to actually understand things. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about the buy then. So price comes inside our buy zone. Okay. What happens then? Okay. Price hits inside our buy zone. Take a look at our daily H4. Let's take a look at some liquidity and structure, shall we? Boom. Boom. If that's not clear to you, that's fine. Boom, up here. Okay. Liquidity. Buy zone. Safe stop here. So, because it's too big, right? The buy zone is too big. In here, H4 buy zone, right? Look for H1, M30, bullish QM. Okay? Be flexible with the markets, guys. Price, look. This is the thing with a lot of people on Telegram. They're a bit weird. I'm not telling you guys. I'm talking about the weird people. Whenever I show them something like this, okay? All right? People will say, oh, this is ideal price delivery, bro. You're lying to us. Price doesn't give you something that beautiful. And then when I tell them that, hey guys, this is also considered a buy zone, right? And then when I tell them that this is also considered a buy zone, because they said, oh, Avi, your thing's too ugly. I mean, your thing's too perfect. So price is not going to give you the most perfect thing. Show us something on the real charts. Then when I show them something on the real charts, okay, they're gonna be like, oh, Avi, how can you see that? That's so vague. No, it's not vague. It's just that you're freaking dumb. You can't see this because you're being ignorant. The smart people are the ones who understand that price isn't going to give them the most beautiful setups. Okay, look at this. That's not beautiful. That's not as nice. This is not as nice as boom, 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 boom. It's not as nice as that, but it still means that. You see what I'm trying to say? So be flexible with the markets and just put down that ego. So when price comes in here, okay, you can look at it from the H1 perspective as well, right? Look at this. This low takes this liquidity, breaks this structure here, not this wick. Here it breaks the structure. Liquidity comes where? Here. Can you guys see? Here. Resistance turns support. Liquidity. Do you guys understand how freaking simple this stuff is? So, I mean, yeah, if you guys get it, you guys get it. If you don't, it's just sad. It's incredibly simple. So when price hits in here, you wait for your confirmation right here. And your buy comes from there. Strong low, strong low, strong low. Simple as that. Liquidity taken. Buy. Liquidity. Liquidity taken. Break a structure. Liquidity. Liquidity taken. Break a structure. Liquidity. Entry point right here. Entry point right here. Entry point right here. This guy confirms for him. This guy confirms for this guy. This guy confirms for this guy. That's really it. And again, if you guys are saying, oh, Javi, this is all hindsight. Oh my gosh, it's so easy for you to mark things up in hindsight and not even have an entry. Again, you blind bats, scroll up, you'll see every single entry. And I can admit to you guys, I never bought here, but I did buy here. I never bought here, but I did buy here. I never bought here, but I did buy here. Don't believe me? Every single screenshot is above. So it's up to you guys to go ahead and scroll up, look at my entries, check that back over here. Now, the last thing that I want to say was to be transparent with you guys, right? Remember I told you I'm all about transparency. A lot of other people out there, when they lose trades, they'll be like, oh guys, actually this happened, that happened, so I didn't place the trade. No, bullshit. I'll tell you something. See this sell zone? All right? I viewed this as a failure to make higher high. So guess what I did? I sold from here. Okay? And I got stopped out. I am admitting this stuff that a lot of people don't want to admit because they feel like it's going to taint their brand. No, you know something that's actually going to make your brand a lot more, with a lot more integrity? You guys being honest and transparent about yourselves, and to you guys who are making these channels, be transparent to everyone who's following you guys. Be honest with them. Because your job here to make a channel is not to promise them false positives, you know what I mean? False dreams, right? It's to show them both the dark and the light sides of trading. In fact, losses are not the dark side. You know what I mean? Because of losses, you understand certain things. You know, for example, because of this loss here, I understood, hey, I never actually followed my rule about waiting for an entire day's price action. I already entered here, at least wait for the structure to be broken and then take it from a new strong high. But I didn't do that. I disrespected, I disobeyed my rules, right? And because of that, I lost. So be honest with yourselves, be honest with you guys members, and for those of you guys who don't have a channel out there that just doing this to learn, right? Be honest with yourselves, be transparent with yourselves, and be true to yourselves. All right, that's it, man. I hope you guys understand, and back test, I hope I've helped. Peace out.